Hey guys, it's Brittany from Weeknight Website, and I am here today to talk to you about how to resize your music cover art. So this would be for iTunes, Amazon, Spotify, all those different things. So I'm going to show you a really nifty tool that I absolutely love for graphic design. It is super easy to use, very intuitive. So let's start off resizing my cover art for my CD that I currently have. So I'm going to come up here after I've come into Canva. I've logged in. I already have an account. If you don't have an account, you can sign up for free, canva.com. So after I'm signed in, I'm going to go ahead and use custom dimensions in the right hand corner. And my cover art right now is 3000 by 3000. So I'm just going to go ahead and create a new design at that pixel ratio. And that is what most of your places like iTunes and things like that, most of all your platforms are going to be using those dimensions. So the next thing you would do is just literally come to the uploads folder and you would upload your own image. And I have my CD cover right there. So I'm going to drag that in. And once it's done uploading, I can tell it's done because that little bar goes away. And then I'm going to just drag it right into here. Now, if you drag it correctly, and I didn't, but if you drag it correctly, then it'll pop up and it'll fit the whole window. All right, so this is my CD cover. Now, let's say, for instance, I need this for, I want to take it and, download it, and I need 1600 by 1600 for Amazon. Well, no worries. I'm going to go ahead and download this right here. And you're going to want to keep it in the PNG format, okay? And then you're going to click download, and it's going to prepare your design. And then once the beautiful little colored line with bubbles is finished running up the screen, then it'll automatically download for you, okay? So your design's been published. Yay, that's on my desktop now, okay? Now, let's say I want to change this because I need it in 1600 by 1600. No problem. Let's go ahead and resize it. I know that this button up here says resize. We're actually going to use the file button, and we're going to go in here and we are going to look and make sure that we have 3000 by 3000, which we do. You can either create a new design or you can use the resize button and you can click custom dimensions and you can say 1600 by 1600. Now, instead of doing copy and resize, I would recommend you just resize, okay? You don't want a duplicate copy of that, okay? Now, it looks smaller because it isn't zoomed in all the way. If it was zoomed in all the way, it would look like that. But it is a little bit smaller. It's not terribly smaller, but then I would just go ahead and download that. And honestly, I would change the name of it to 1600 before I download it. That way I know which one's which. So I'm going to download my PNG, and it's going to download CD cover 1600. And then once that's on my desktop, then I'm ready to go. All right, so let's say you don't have album art. What do you do then? Okay, Canva again is your answer. So I'm going to go ahead and close out of this, all right? And I'm going to take you to this blog article written by Canva, and it is actually already linked in the blog post below. So if you go check that out, you can see this full article. But basically, start designing your cover. It's that easy. They have tons and tons and tons of different kinds of templates, and if you just scroll, it'll show you all the different results. You can pick something that's based on your style. If you have something that like an image that you want to use that's particular, you can upload that and drop it into the background. If you had, like, let's say this was my CD I wanted to use for it, I would just go to my upload section. Like, let's say this was me. It's not, just FYI, but I could put it in there and then I could move it around and then change the CD name and all of that kind of stuff. And if you want to search the templates, you just go back to templates if you're like, I'm not really sure that works for me. So they have a bazillion templates in here, and all of these templates have been submitted by actual designers who have worked on these, who have designed these. They're professionals. They know what they're doing. I love this one. When I saw this earlier, I was like, wow, that's beautiful. And all they did was they made a circle of this same image, and then they literally like just rotated the image around for multiple times, and then they made the translucence up here like little lighter so you can see through it a little bit. So anyway, play around with this. It's a lot of fun. It's such a good tool, and it's so easy to use, and I think you guys will really like it once you get done. But that is all for me this week, and thank you so much for reading the blog. If you have any other topics that you'd like us to cover on our blog, please, please, please feel free to put a comment down below, or you can go ahead and send us an email, Brittany@moonwalkerdigital.com. Okay? Talk to you guys soon. Bye.